the face of the AI revolution. We're now at the point where we need to retrieve the concept of the soul.
So what was terrifying about it?
That no one's in the car, and I'm sat there and the wheel is moving around.
That's correct. The Waymo driver is a combination of custom-designed hardware and software that is responsible for performing the entire act of driving.
Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And then we will eventually reach the point where the AIs can do everything that humans can. And I think that will happen in every industry.
All the boring, the mundane, and the tedious goes to the machines.
Okay.
Right?
Because it's all about revealing who people really are.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths?
Like the next stage in our evolution might be to discard our bodily forms and become machines, live in that way.
The answer is yes.
The answer is no.
In a court of law, the answer is yes. Because you're not around to defend me.
We would have sued Waymo!
This is the first time that we are basically about to enter a non-human culture.
We're looking at something that is no connection to body.
Hey, you can hear him loud and clear right here, right outside of Google's headquarters in Venice.
As the increase in Waymos is the increase in problems, let's be real.
Waymo,
Whoa.
Mo Waymos, Mo problems. Until recently, the concept of intelligent machines solving humanity's problems only existed in the realms of sci-fi stories. But now it seems reality has caught up to us. Most of us are familiar with the algorithms driving our recommendations and search results, and most of us have seen the proliferation of AI art, or slop, depending on who you ask. But few people have come face to face with an AI in real life. And now, all that is changing. In cities across the world, fleets of self-driving, fully autonomous vehicles have been deployed unto the unsuspecting masses.
Be sure to toggle the AB preference in your Uber app to increase your chance of matching with a Waymo vehicle on your next ride.
Loud and clear right here, right outside of Google's headquarters in Venice. But Waymo says autonomous driving technology promises safer roads and increased mobility for millions of people.
Without any legal precedent or public vote, tech companies like Google, Uber, and Tesla have commandeered city streets, turning people into test subjects for the sake of machine learning. At the same time, an endless stream of social media floods us with information at a rate much faster than anyone can make sense of. For AI, all information is useful. But for humans, content without context makes it hard to know where the lies end and the truth begins. I have a YouTube channel. Independent journalist.
I don't know that you are.
Okay. All right, sir. What brings you out here today?
Well, we're here for the Tesla takedown. We're protesting Elon Musk in general, and more broadly, the entire Republican takedown of the United States of America. And all we can hope to do is bankrupt these motherfuckers by driving all these products into the toilet. That's not enough. We've got to fight the power on every step of the way. Call your congressman every day, and pick a thing to complain about, because there are literally too many.
The whole thing felt like walking through an episode of South Park where politics and reality are so far disconnected from each other that it becomes comical.
Make noise and honk your horn. Democracy is waning. Honk your horn.
Unfortunately, their concerns about democracy don't start and end with Elon or Trump. Whether Democrats or Republicans, Chinese or American, politicians, governments, and companies have an interest in the same goal. And broadly speaking, that goal is to serve the global economic machine which runs on information technology.
And you realize the dream of riding in a fully autonomous vehicle to your favorite dinner spot isn't just a vision of the future. It's actually happening right now.
But is that a future we want to live in? Now we're turning.
All right, what about the street?
On this street, a pedestrian riding a bird scooter fell over in the bike lane, and a Waymo right behind them course-corrected just in time to avoid narrowly hitting them.
Caught on camera, a driverless car avoids hitting a scooter rider in downtown Austin. This is some footage from the camera on the Waymo car.
Do we really want to put our trust or faith in a driverless automated system? I took to the streets of Austin, Texas, one of the major tech towns in America, to gauge how people feel about the fast approaching merge with AI.
I think it's just cool to see. See that one video where it saved somebody's life, where he's drove off a scooter.
I was here.
Yeah, that was right over there.
So you've ridden a Waymo before?
I have. It was awesome. Felt safe the whole time. Got to and from.
Yeah, we had some free Waymos.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
What? Wow. Okay, we got some variants here. So what was terrifying about it?
That no one's in the car, and I'm sat there, and the wheel is moving around.
Yeah, okay. So what was your experience like?
22 million miles in Phoenix as of a couple of months ago. On the record, 5 times the airbags deployed. Do you want to know how many times the human airbag deployed? 15,000.
Really, in like
parallel. So the data's clear. It's safer.
But they're taking 1,000 pictures every second.
That's the point. It's the sensors in the car.
That's not quite scary.
No.
Have you been in one?
I haven't been in one, but you got one right now?
Yeah, you would get in one right now?
Yeah.
Do you trust a driverless vehicle with your life?
I trust you.
Okay.
Let's jam 3 of these, and I'll get in a car with you, and I'll drive you to Dallas. Not so much, right? Because I'm drunk. Like I shouldn't do that. The machines don't make.
You can drink in a Waymo.
You can, but the machines don't make the mistake. That's the thing.
For the most part, driverless vehicles are safe, and accepting a ride here or there is no big deal. But their integration into cities is leading us down a road where the flow of people is directed by a system of surveillance and data that requires drivers to sacrifice their freedom for the sake of safety and convenience. And if it's not driving, I wonder if there will ever come a point where people are unwilling to give up their decision-making to the machines.
How do we keep the machines from taking over everything, though?
No, that's what keeps me up at night.
While driverless vehicles are invading major cities, the entirety of the internet is being devoured by AI. When we see someone making a face, we can understand something about how they feel. But when a computer scans you with facial recognition technology, your expression is quantified into data points, and with enough of these data points, patterns start to emerge. And these patterns are used to train AI models on human language. And as AI studies from humans, learning about our language, it starts to produce more of its own language. Author and futurist Yuval Noah Harari refers to this type of intelligence not as artificial, but alien.
And for tens of thousands of years, the only entities that produced culture were other humans. So all the songs you ever heard were produced by humans. All the religious mythologies you ever heard came from the human imagination. Now there is an alien intelligence, a non-human intelligence that will increasingly produce songs and music, mythology, financial strategies, political ideas. Even before we rush to decide, is it good, is it bad, just stop and think about the meaning of living in a non-human culture, or a culture which is, 40% or 70% non-human.
So what does this new alien culture look like? Well, it's already here. The 21st century has seen China lead the charge towards tech-centered societies, and now Europe and America are playing catch-up. It's the same copy-pasted storefronts, coffee shops, and amenities that may as well be AI-generated tech communities.
Thus did man become the architect of his own demise.
By feeding human culture to AI, we are like scientists in a lab growing a life form inside of a petri dish. But if what we're creating is truly a super intelligent and far more capable species than us, who are we to stand in its way? Well, when you use lights in a video game, you're using electricity in real life. Hey, what's up?
I don't know, this is very interesting.
Yeah, what do you think about AI rights? If there's a self-aware AI that's truly sentient and we can't tell the difference, do you think it should have the same rights that most people, that, you know, free people in the world do?
So something that I really think about is, as well, if we have to bind it, then it also has, you know, it has some power over us. Like, for example, we can't ask it to, build a bomb, for example. Everything should be kind of like, I don't want to say control, but moderator. Everything should be like, in general, have some type of
structure.
Boundary, yeah. Structure. Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? But I was thinking this would be a fun animated segment. Turns out humans don't really want to interact with each other. Wow, that's a nice little dress. I'm Gregory.
I'm Linda.
And what's her name?
Her name is Clea.
Clea.
Yeah, she's actually not my dog. She's my friend's dog.
Oh.
Like the next stage in our evolution might be to like discard our bodily forms and become machines, like live in that way. You know, like machines can already have memory, they can already learn, blah, blah, and it's like our form is so fallible. So, you know, why wouldn't they be better in a way if they can experience emotion and stuff like that? It's like, do we deserve to, you know, continue to inhabit the earth if we're actually like the lower evolutionary form?
Are you like an independent journalist? Or?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
If we're giving AI rights, that means they've either matched our capabilities or have surpassed them. I mean, that's how I see it. The way I'm envisioning it in my head.
So it's almost an inevitability. Can you imagine a future without AI?
At this point, no.
We've all read the books, watched the movies, and heard the songs describing a dystopian future where man's integration with technology leads to his undoing. And now those stories are becoming reality. So it's not surprising that it all feels inevitable. So is that it? Is humanity only here to serve as the sex organs of the machines? Is the whole point of life to gather information and gain intelligence? Is there anything special about being human?
For sure. I mean, we're imperfect. I think that's what makes us human.
As our experiment was wrapping up, we were approached by two men who work in the field of machine learning.
So we work on what is called scientific machine learning.
Well, you're working on scientific AI.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you both are?
What do you call it? What do you say?
I mean, I thought I was.
How close do you guys think we are to a general AI?
Not at all.
Really?
Yeah, sure. I'm not worried about sentience.
Okay. Why not?
Looking at the math, it's extremely far. There's no logic built into it. Yeah.
There are routine tasks which can be replaced with AI, but what the task that requires out-of-box thinking and creativity, I don't think AI can really solve it.
It was reassuring to hear that both researchers think self-aware AI is a long ways off. Amidst all the doom and gloom, that conversation was a sobering moment, and it got me thinking. Maybe the AI apocalypse isn't inevitable, and maybe another future is possible. But where can we find it? Do you trust your life with a Waymo?
Hell nah. No. It's like, goddamn, we can't even drive our own cars now, you know? So it's ups and downs to an AI. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. When you look at the long-term visual of everything, it's like, okay, so what are we gonna do for ourselves?
We've all heard the cliche term Black Mirror, which is used to describe phones, screens, and all sorts of smart devices that we sink our time and energy into. But when we stare at those black mirrors, who is looking back at us? The dystopian, technocratic future is the track laid out for us, but it's not one we have to go down. In my search for an alternate path, I asked people what inspires them, and on that same day, 3 separate people gave me the same answer.
What inspires you to do this?
love, light, happiness.
You know, seeing one person uplift the other. Basically, love, light, and unity. You know what I'm saying?
Hari Luis. But the actual translation of the word is good light. It is an ancient tradition of Armenians before Christianity to wish each other being good and be enlightened.
It seems like if we want to continue the human story, we must rediscover the soul and keep our eyes open for the love and light wherever we find it. This is the heart of Eor's festival right here, the drum circle. It's the heartbeat, really. Everybody has something to contribute, something to add to the beat, to the noise. Can we stop, or are we on this collision course? Is it inevitable? Is AI future inevitable?
I mean, the rate that it's exponentially kind of going up, we might have some trouble.
Here with nature, maybe this is a way we can slow down things like this.
Or at least enjoy it while it lasts, huh?
We are so much more than just our brains. We're our bodies, we're our senses, we're everything that connects to the world around us. But if the AI doesn't have that, it's not general intelligence. It's just thinking, and that's just a small fraction of what we are.
I feel like a lot of artificial intelligence doesn't have a lot of obviously emotion and stuff like that. I feel like that's the biggest thing that makes a person human, is that you can feel. So.
The art generated by AI is more perfect than anything made by human hands. And yet, as long as humans are around, there will always be a special value placed on human-made art. Because it's not merely creations that move us, it's the story of how they came to be, and what they reveal about the creator.
To most people, these paintings would be idyllic, maybe pleasant, kind of ordinary paintings about a mountain and a landscape. But for us, this is a symbol of where we come from. All roads lead back to our rut. All scenes, all seasons, all places have that massive, powerful mountain and its younger brother to look to.
In looking towards the future, perhaps we will understand where we want to go when we remember who we are and where we come from. Despite all the doomsayers and dystopian visions, the future is still very much in the hands of mankind. The question is, what do we want to do with it? Perhaps the human story is not something to be calculated and defined, but something to be experienced by you. And remember, while a driverless car will take you where you need to go, only you can decide where you're going. Hey, thanks for watching. I don't take any sponsors or ad reads, but I do have a Patreon and a channel membership, which gives you access to exclusive bonus footage that was not included in the main video. By subscribing, you can expect to see videos like this, where I make sense of cultural phenomenon through human stories, and hopefully shed some light on questions that keep us up at night. Also be sure to check out GenerationTelevision.com, the video magazine that covers artists locally and internationally, created by independent contributors and shared with the internet. This has been Glink Between Worlds, and I'll see you guys next time.